So I want to share with you guys how I used to think of God as opposed to how I think of him right now. So I used to kind of think I knew it all. I mean, like most of everybody, I grew up in a normal-ish household. I went to church every Sunday, said grace before meals, and said prayers before I went to bed. I knew about God and he was real, but he was somewhere up there on a cloud, looking down at us. Very much real and alive, but not here. It's like watching a documentary on TV about penguins in the Arctic. You can see them, you're sitting in your lounge, on your couch, and you can see them on the TV screen. I mean, it's not that you doubt that they're chilling on the ice, but you can't actually see them or touch them. And that's how I felt about God. So one day I went on a mission trip. On this trip, I actually met people, real people, normal people, not like fancy people, not pastors, just normal, everyday people like you and me, who actually had a tangible relationship with God. They loved him, not with their minds, but with their hearts, and even more importantly, with their actions. You could see in how they treated each other and what they did and how they handled each other, that God was actually like real to them. And it was amazing to me. It was very odd, but amazing nonetheless. Then I arrived at the conclusion that if I wanted that relationship, I'd have to actually get up off the sofa, put off the TV, and do something about it. When I got back home again, I decided to join a youth group, become actively involved in doing stuff in that youth group, and I started teaching Sunday school. I started speaking to God as he was actually in the room, as opposed to off somewhere on a cloud. That was the starting point. I treated God like a person, like a real person. I didn't cancel on him, I didn't like quit quiet times or push him aside when I thought like the occasion wasn't quite like suited for him. I mean, after all, he never did that to me, not even once. And that's how God became more real in my life. I actually treated him like a real person.
My story used to be Team Chris against Team Christ. Basically grew up knowing about God, knowing right from wrong, having the morals. Got to a place where, Team Chris started to take the lead and my life started to revolve around me. And so achievements in sports kind of took me away from Christ. And that led to me pushing God away. And so I got to a point of just a spiral, and it started off with just lies, and I could see how it just went worse and worse and worse and worse, and sin started to consume me. But I got to a place where I just felt God was calling me to him, and I decided, maybe I need to stop this and change a few things. I went to a church, and every time I went there, it's like it was just me within the church, and it just spoke to me. It was truly, truly amazing, and I feel that was the time where this is me giving my life to Christ. I then had ministry opportunities where I just experienced God's love. I just experienced God's love through other people and taking care of other people. And it was selfless. I started to see Team Christ start to lead my life, and ever since then I've just had an opportunity at a school to kind of share that story with others. Team Christ wins.